Welcome back guys to another Odyssey video and to a new completely crazy item and material duplication glitch. And before I go into any detail, full credits for this goes to our community member Fraxal who developed this, and I will show you in this video how to get the most out of it and exploit it in the most efficient way in your playthrough. There are at least 3 very cool things where you can use this duplication glitch for. First and foremost, to get an infinite amount of the same weapons with the same stats, like duplicating perfect weapons with perfect stats in just 1 second. You can get your second perfect weapon in just 1 second simply by duplicating the first one. And then you can of course also get an unlimited amount of materials for this. And in my opinion, one of the coolest things is that you can also get an infinite amount of ancient tablets to upgrade your ship on early levels without having to collect them. The whole duplication thing actually only works at the blacksmith, so you can actually only duplicate anything that the blacksmith is currently selling. With this trick, the blacksmith will not notice that you have already purchased his items, so you can purchase them as often as you want to. In order to do this trick, we have to try to run away from the blacksmith, but at the same time also trying to access his inventory. And for that you have to press your dodge and your interaction button at the same time, so that you actually perform a backwards dodge, and at the same time you will also access the blacksmith's inventory. On Xbox these buttons are the Y button and the X button, and on PlayStation it would be triangle and square. At the same time you should also pull your analog stick backwards so that you actually move away from the blacksmith in a backwards dodge. The crazy thing that happens now is that anything you buy now will not be listed as if you purchased it, so the blacksmith is still possessing it if you just talk to him again. So if you never go regularly to the blacksmith, he will always be able to sell it to you again. However, one problem is that you actually have to do that with only one single inventory, because when the blacksmith is offering 2 different inventories, he will show you a different inventory when you open it again. So you have to make sure your blacksmith shows only one inventory every time you load it. If you have a blacksmith that shows you 2 inventories, you have to reduce it to only 1 inventory to make this work, because a blacksmith must show you the same inventory every time. Otherwise, you can't get a copy of the same item again. You will do this simply as a normal blacksmith reload. You make a manual save before you talk to the blacksmith and then simply reload your manual save until you get one perfect item you are looking for. For example, a perfect heavy blunt in this case. Of course, reloading means you will reload the same manual save now until you find something you are looking for at the blacksmith. You don't make a new manual save, you just reload the existing one. It only took me like 10 minutes until I found a perfect heavy blunt at the blacksmith. And now, instead of just buying it immediately, we will just back out of the menu, and then we will make sure that we actually dodge away and open the blacksmith at the same time. If you are standing far away from the blacksmith and your character actually performs the dodge and the menu is still open, then you know you did it right. And then you can simply go and buy the perfect heavy blunt. And after that you can just talk to the blacksmith normally and buy a second perfect heavy blunt. This is so crazy that you can just buy 2 perfect weapons at the same time. So you no longer have to grind for 2 perfect items, you can just grind for 1 perfect item and then just buy a second one to complete any build you want. You will immediately have 2 perfect swords, 2 perfect heavy blunts, 2 perfect spears when you do this trick. And if you ever need any materials like a lot of wood or a lot of gems to upgrade your ship, for example, you can just do the same. You will just dodge and access the blacksmith at the same time and then buy all the wood he has to offer. Just dodge and buy, dodge and buy, dodge and buy until you have enough materials of any sort you want, until you have enough wood, enough iron, enough leather, anything. Just dodge and talk to him all the time. Every time you make the roll and the dodge away from the blacksmith, you know it was working. That way you can buy thousands and thousands and thousands of wood and even thousands and thousands of gems from one single blacksmith. You don't have to travel around the whole map to collect it from different blacksmiths. You don't have to sell a lot of gear. You can just buy it all from one single blacksmith. And another really cool thing is that you can also simply buy an infinite amount of ancient tablets from the blacksmith. You just have to find one blacksmith that is selling ancient tablets, and these things cost like nothing. You can just do the same trick, dodge and back out away from the blacksmith and buy all the ancient tablets he's offering you. And then do the same thing until you have 30, 40 or 50 ancient tablets. That way you will be able to upgrade your ship within minutes from completely common to completely epic. You just have to have a sizable amount of money to do that. Money, however, is the only downside of this trick. You can have an infinite amount of perfect items, infinite amount of materials, and infinite amount of enchant tablets, but you won't get an infinite amount of money from it. You still have to get the money from other sources, and for that I will show you the best money tricks and money farms right now. Of course, the best way to get money in Assassin's Creed Odyssey is still to sell high level gear. The money you get from selling your gear will grow exponentially, so be careful when you try to grind on lower levels. You might just get the same amount of money from grinding 1 hour on a lower level in just 1 second on a higher level. However, there's an extremely good early level farm, which is the Patrai wall run. The Patrai wall run is so special because Patrai is a high level region. Every item you collect here in this wall run will be level 42 minimum, but you can do this immediately after finishing Kefalonia. Simply go to the Story Creator Mode website and add it to your story log. However, you will mostly find common or rare items, and these items, even though they are level 40, won't give you much money. Once you reach Athens or Thebes, you can actually do the normal wall runs in Athens or Thebes and collect the weapons from the weapon racks there. Using the Story Creator mode is actually essential because accessing and replaying the story will always refill all the weapon racks. Be careful not to dismantle all your items, because when you dismantle your items you will actually get less materials than when you just sell it for money. Because with the money you can actually buy the double amount of resources than you would get from dismantling this item, and you can also buy exactly what you need. Since you will most likely don't need any more gems after finishing to upgrade your ship, you can totally convert anything you need into iron, wood or leather. If you also own the Atlantis DLC, then you can get the golden egg, which will give you over 550,000 drachmae instantly. Simply go to this location and beat the legendary chicken on level 99 to get the golden egg. Then you can sell it at the blacksmith and get every resource you will ever need. With this new blacksmith trick, it has never been easier to get all the resources for your ship or upgrading any item you want to. And especially the item duplication cuts your time for grinding for perfect weapons at the blacksmith by 50%, which is totally crazy. Getting 2 perfect weapons at the same time will be totally crazy for everyone who is just starting this game. So totally do this when you are looking for your perfect weapons. Thanks again to Fraxal who found this glitch. I hope you really liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a like, and see you next time.